Wow, RP plot. So last but not least is Obsidiara Starborn's plot. Well, you apologize if there was something I missed. And look who it is. Opsy is just sitting right there. On hand in case I missed anything, I'm sure. Okay, a little bit about this plot. Siskwe has built, I think it's a total of 5 um, rock solid plots that are in theory connected somehow. We visited one in the past. It was called what was it? The Rock Solid Tavern. It was like a cave type of a thing, and it was like a bar and everything. It's actually supposedly connected to this one. There's a place on the other plot where you come to a glass wall, and that in theory is where you would progress onto this. You go through the tavern to get to this place, and this is the rock solid foundation. Now, the way Siskwe explained it to me before was this is kind of like the Exiles version of Helm's Deep, as in Lord of the Rings. It's a place where they, if Thade was ever under attack, the Exiles could retreat to this cavern in the Algarok Mountains as a refuge underground, and could, it's meant to sustain them through a long siege if necessary, and you'll see what I mean by that as we go through. So yeah, the foundation, like the tavern, I don't know what the other plots are offhand, but the tavern is like where they would go and relax and have a little bit of fun, have a drink, that kind of thing. And this is more like the living quarters. The Rock Solid Foundation is the living. It's like the heart, I think, of the whole grouping of the plots that are interconnected. Again, this is, I believe it's German RP. So if you don't have any idea what I'm talking about, it's for their group. It's something that Siskwe's been working on for a long, long time, and it's finally open and ready. And gosh, I'm already lost because I'm not sure which way I'm supposed to go. Do I go up or do I go straight? I'm so confused. Okay, so the others aren't open yet. We'll see. It's a long time coming eventually. Do I go up first or does it matter? I like the little stone guy here. He looks like a teddy bear. A scared teddy bear, but it's just rocks and a hat. Okay, so I believe the first part that we come on is the Oran district. Now, from what I understand, there's the foundation is made up of different districts for each race. So we'll come up on each one separately, and I believe this is the Oran one, if I remember correctly. But you can see it's mostly gray stones, some obsidian stone, and lots of winding rivers. And so not going to go the right way, I'm sure. Yeah, I don't think I'm supposed to go this way. So here we come upon some of the Orany district area. There's a lot of cute little seating areas where they can come, gather, talk, find solace among themselves. You can see there's all sorts of, in this particular part of the foundation, there's going to be lots of plants, a lot of greenery. From what I remember, what Siskwe told me before was a lot of the things that you'll find in the foundation are designed in such a way to kind of help minimize any kind of onset of depression for those that might have to live underground for a long period of time. So you'll see a lot of elements that we'll come across later, but having all of this greenery helps them feel like they're still, in a jungle type, even if they're, underground, kind of stuck underground and everything. But they got like the thorny logs here that's framing the river that's going through. I believe this flooring here is exile walls, but they've got their own little camping area here. Let's see if I can get to it without falling over myself. Again, the tents, you can't actually go in, but it makes for a nice little scene where maybe, maybe this is where the elders come. My nose just keeps itching. I guess they're going to have some company or something. But maybe the elders come talk about some of the issues of their little community. Maybe just planning a little special event for the youngins. Who knows? I gotta figure out how to get back out of here. There we go. Maybe. Anyway, there's a lot of pillows, greenery, lots of orany elements to help them make them feel at home. Gosh, I can't talk. See, over here, I think was again another meeting place. The one that discovered the cavern, which is Obsidiara, decided that it needed to have, she didn't know quite what they needed per se, but figured this would be a good place for, again, it could be where maybe they hold a little ceremony for a youth coming of age, or this is where they come to tell stories, share their knowledge from the elders with the younger group, that kind of thing. So, yeah, just a nice little seating area. It's just the Orin platform being used just a little bit. Let's see, do I go this, I guess I go this way. Yeah, this is, I think this is the, oh, let me remember, the Orintona. It's like the little, I called it the love bucket. I don't know really what it's meant to be for, but it's like they come in and kind of have a little hidey hole where they can come and snuggle and comfort one another while they're under the siege for whatever reason. I'm not even sure how to get out of here now. Ugh. They've got cardboard boxes. That's a little bed here. Another one there. Some other private encounter kind of thing. I hope I'm not missing something. Did I miss the mushroom house? Okay, wait a minute. How do I get back out? Let me go up. I'm lost. See, I knew this was not going to work really good. This is part of the bar. What we come through, that was, I think, the back entrance to the bar. And like you get in. Okay, let me backtrack then. I'm like the worst tour guide ever. Well, how do I get up there? Let me see. Okay, I missed the stepping stones there. See, I'm so daft. Where'd you go? Oh, you went in. Okay. Where's the Shroomy house? See, it's so good that you guys are you're here because I would so miss so much. Ah, yes, yes. Um, let me think. This was uh, is this the one with the crops? It's the keeper's house or something? The gardener's house? I'm so forgetful. This, I think, is just some roots of one of the trees. Okay, so it's the indoor area of the Oran. Oh, yes, I remember because we had to jump on the shroomies, I think. A little bit more expertly than I'm doing here. Gosh dang it. I'm so bad at jumping. Yeah, so you get to these little seating areas up on the shrooms. There's one over there. And it's just made out of giant shrooms. You can see the base of them there. Okay, so I'm getting ahead of myself. And of course, these are meant as little stools. The toadstools are stools. You just have to sit on them. I like the archway. Again, it's just multiple arches sized down. And then here is like a little bathroom sauna kind of thing. Um, refresh themselves. Again, it looks like curved walls. This is just a giant water trough here with a 2x4 lined along the side. Okay, so now do I go back to the bar? Yeah. So this is the back entrance to the bar. This leads to the, whoops, I just fell down somewhere. Fell. Oh, crud. Hold on, I'm working on maybe getting back to where I was. Leave it to me to fall down and crack a doom here. Wait a minute. I'm awful. Okay, we're in. Here's the bucket of love that we were in earlier, and that brings us to the bar area. I think we went up first. So you have like the VIP lounge area here, I think is what it was called. And then from there, again, jumping from bowl to bowl. Come upon this little special interior garden type of thing. Whoops. Again, it's one of those elements that is meant to help stave off depression for those that are living underground a lot. Um, uh, it's meant to kind of appease them so that they don't feel too cramped in so much. Yeah, bucket of love, that's just a term I use because I'm sure I'm pronouncing the other wrong. But Orin Tona, I guess Tona is bucket, Orin bucket. Notice the railings are the ladders. Again, that's a favorite railing. It's perfect for kind of a makeshift build like this as well, because it looks more wonky, rickety looking. So that was where we were just now a minute ago. I just jumped from all the bowls. This one I think we get to some other way, not for positive. Down here is the bar. So you have the couple of bartenders, plenty of bar space. This one's more for the cooking, so they have all of the foodstuffs over here. Notice the countertops are just the obsidian stones. The stoves and such themselves are just kind of pushed in to make it look like they're built into the stones. Over here they've got the refrigerator. It's just an open little cavern area where it's got some ice and snow, and that's where they're keeping the kegs cooled. It's just frozen lakes, snow-covered rocks or ledges or glaciers or something. A few, I think it's airtight containers there for those lightings. These countertops are bars, and then just has a kitchen sink set inside it. The little rack here is Cassian floors with one of those Marauder metal grate shelves. Need to slow. Somehow I've put myself on super run. Again, the refrigerator is a ship hand locker, but this time instead of one single hander, they went for a double. They're using that split here to make it look like it's a double door that you open up that way. For the little pig platters, that's basically just one of those cubic decor, and they've just inset it so it looks like the two platters of pig there. I say pig, cubic. What else? What else? The grill is just one of the standard countertop grills, and then they've built around it with the curved walls. Here we have the stage for some entertainment. There's a few dancing platforms up here. I can't get to them like a doof, but anyway, you're supposed to be able to get up there and dance around if you want. It's just the red shop awning, a couple of domes, and exile floor, and then the railings from the decking piece. The chairs, we've kind of seen these types of chairs before. They're always nice and comfy looking. It's just a couple of domes stuck together to make these nice cozy chairs. I mean, I imagine you could have like 4 or 5 Orin piled in there if you want. Jump and run, yeah. That's like not gonna work for me. Let's see, over here is kind of a little cozy area. Come read some bedtime stories or something, just something to kind of relax after a long day. Underground. Okay, I'm hoping of cities got me lined up for the next area. This appears to be, what is this? Trying to think. Guess it's just another, like an overlook, because there's one of the fab kits out there. What is this? I love the bench here. It's made out of uh, tires. Gosh dang it, my camera keeps moving. Tires, two of pillows, a couple of 2x4s for a little bit of the railing trim, and then pillows on top of that. Give a very unmodern type of furniture. This looks more like a club hangout kind of thing. Little dining set. Overlook. I think this overlooks the Mordash and Human area districts over there. Ah, this is the brewery. Okay. I think I've gone someplace I'm not supposed to. Okay, this is the spot that we saw from the bar, but I wasn't sure how to get to it. These are like little VIP areas. All these little interconnected tunnels. Freaky. Okay, so this is another spot I could have got to from the bowls. That leads me to that little hidey hole. This is another one. Boop. Pop right out. Bathrooms. Always got to have the restroom facilities. That's where they get all the beer. Brewery. The huge door, okay. Huge door. I am out the huge door. Okay, so I believe, if I remember correctly, this is, if I can get down here right. This is part of the Mordash district, I believe, because this is the, I love the design on this window. Look at that. All the different shades of glass overlaid to make this weird design. But I think the way Siskwe described the Mordash area was it was a bit more aristocratic. Styling, and that some of these are double rooms and some are singles. And that every bed has a built-in medical station kind of thing. Not sure what this is. This doesn't seem to be like a home residence, though. Seems more like a shop. Tell you, the Shades Eve decor are a little creepy in here. But this is a big clue too, that this is the Mordash district. They have a lot of these little urns. Again, this is a good way of showcasing some of the seasonal decor in a non-seasonal way. But I love the archways for each building. It's just multiple arches, but of different styles, and it just kind of accents each other. Okay, so it's the community room. Yeah, I didn't remember the window for sure. I wasn't sure if this was here or not. So this has been added since the last time I was here. If you're wondering about these walls here, that honeycomb pattern, that's the top of the graded floor panel being used as the wall. Gives a really nice, interesting look to it. These here are just upside down. Well, it's one giant, I guess, looks like, what do you call it? Thingamabob. It's one of these tables. It's just really big, using it for the ceiling. Okay, so this I think is a single room. Yeah, here we go. The bed itself, whoops, did you see that? The only thing I don't like about those big stones, the camera goes weird. It's got a, let me see. Yeah, it's integrated health check stations at each bed. So they got this little medical thing stuck into the bed. And the bed itself is just one of those Dominion bookshelves, and then it's topped with Chua pillows. So that's single. I love the way the trim is done. It's just decking pieces to kind of, again, to break up the monotony of just having the plain walls. That kind of dresses it up a little bit. This one is, I think, a double. It's a little bit more fancy or bigger family. Probably one of the few times in an Exile plot that I see the Exile fireplace actually visible. Most of the time we kind of cover it up. So again, they have the medical station built in, and it's a double bed. Same basic materials as the other. This here is an upside down fountain, if you can't tell. One of those golden fountains, and they're using it upside down as a table. Some Oran walls, two of them, end to end to make the little, it could be either a table runner or a tray of some sort for the drink. Sure I don't miss anything. They've got these everywhere as well. And then these here are faux. They just have them closed off. You have access to some, but the others are just blocked off. And it's just another Dominion bookshelf. It's just the back of it. Here. And then this one is, let me get this right, it's the Sisquish Vitalis machine. This is the, where they come and get their Slurpees, the Vitalis Slurpees. They got different flavors of the Vitalis, and it pumps it out into these little to-go cups. So this is kind of like their McDonald's, but Mordish version. So you got all these lovely little files of goo. It's basically just, whoops, closed it again. The, to make it look like thin files, it's just the, well, it looks like thin files to me, but it's the medical IV drip that's there. The purple part is one of those technophage items. I don't know which one specifically, but it looks really cool as a little refrigerated section. Here is where I think Sisqui said something like they make the Vitalis Happy Meals here. So you get these little collection of goodies, and then they put it together in a little snack, to-go snack or something. It's, I don't know. Lots of little buttons and gadgets and things. This is an upside down infused habanero bloom with some of those I think it's a Exile gear light for the center. This here is a magnetized container. The countertop itself is medical tables. Again, there's two different versions of these, so make sure you pick the cheapest one. This little doodad here is a curved glass and an inset Exile tactical table, I believe. These, of course, are benches being used for some of this railing. You're wondering about the movement of this machine. That's one of those Gatorade machines, the little vending machine thing. Very cute idea. Perfect for a Mordesh community. The tallest cookies. Okay, where do I go next? The hidden room. I think this is this the old Pirate Cove thing? Gosh, my nose just keeps itching. Notice all of the crystal formations. There's some of the buoyant blue crystals, and then there's the purple and blue crystal formations for this funky look. Okay, I'm not sure what this is. There's another overlook of the brewery here. What was this place? Is this the little campfire for the youth? I must have missed something. Ah, this must be it. Is this the campfire for the youth? One of them's for, I know there's like lots of fires here, but I love this one. It's just thorny log piles grouped up together to make this little fire thing with sleeping bags and cots hung on the wall. But I know there was one place where this meant for like the younger kids and the teens. Look out. And if you're wondering about the building itself, that's just one of those feeding troughs. Okay, where'd you go? You went up. This is the food supply area and where they have access to open sky. And from what I remember, this was like the most vulnerable part. So there's a lot of, you'll see weaponry and scanners and stuff. That's their air support to make sure that their weak spot is not attacked. So this is where they have their WildStar corrals. You got to have meat and stuff for your community. Again, it looks like Snowy Hill being used for the raised area, and then they've covered it with grasses, kind of help indicate where the paths are. The little pin here for the rest hours, that's just picnic tables stacked together. You'll see a building of that sort elsewhere. It's on one of Siskiy's winter plots, I believe. Here, I think we get our first look at some of the Grannock district, I believe. You've got, looks like exile walls, again, being used as the base. And then, did I miss something? A lot of this is those purple rock arches for this part of this walkway here. But here's like their little buildings. The way Siskwe mentioned it before was the Granok are pretty simple folk. Not simple-minded necessarily. They just don't need a lot of primpy stuff. Give them the basics and they'll be happy. Their bed, roof over their head, a beer in their hand, and they're good. So this is their little community here. Oops. Stuck on the building bits. So you can see it's pretty much standard, the same things, the bed, a little bit of comforts, and then on to the next. Same here. And of course, they got their little place where they can come and chit chat. Same kind of fireplace, just surrounded by swirly stones this time. Again, the purple rock arches are really good for that kind of a build for little house entries, because unlike the obsidian one that has the hole, the purple rock arch, you can actually pass through that little gap. Here's where some of the crops and things are grown. So this is like the vegetables and stuff. And I believe, hold on, don't tell me, I've got it somewhere here. Berta, that's it. Berta the WildStar is parked over here on the side. Oh, well, you'll have to show me the Pirate Cove. I knew there was one. I have it written down, but I didn't know where to get to it. So you'll show us later, hopefully. This over here, whoops, I almost fell right off, is the loft of the gardener, from what I remember, and my notes, of course. Now you'll notice that the Hugel statues have lit up eyes. Those are just windows added to give them some little bit of color. But this is the gardener's loft. He's got his comforts of home here. Very cozy, very lit up as well, bright. And a nice view of nothing. We'll close that door there. Stone animal den, okay. For the Granok houses, in combination with the purple rock arches. And of course, all of this is, you can see the air defense. There's ships, turrets and things as well to guard the most sensitive area, the weakest point. Yeah, I can see those dens now from this side. Do you want to take us to the Pirate Cove first before we progress on, or does it matter? I like the big beer sign. It's got that beer hit on there. Well, Faye, not all Granok are the same, but generally speaking, I think that's what Siskwe was going for. How did you get up there? Okay, we'll do it later. Well, lead on then. I think what's next? We got the water tower that's supposed to be for in case of any fires and such that might break out down below. They have a water source. Another little cozy meeting area. The Granock Spa, I guess. So we next should be heading into the human district, I think. Where'd you go? There we are. Everything's kind of interconnected, so even if you get lost, if you wander around long enough, you're bound to find what you need to locate. But upstairs, you'll notice, was where we were visiting the Mordesh district. Downstairs is the human area. If you're wondering about the trims here, those are Draken fences being used as the rock edging for the walkways, and then hover park pieces for the actual paths. Of course, you got the water, the river winding through. So you got the Granock district up there, human and Mordesh. Everyone's living in harmony here. So this here is, I believe, the armory, I think is what it was called. Yeah, the armory. This is where they come get their weapons, any kind of explosives, anything that they need to protect themselves. This is where they come. Again, notice the multiple arches. It helps really dress it up. Here we have, I believe this is a double room. You got like the bunk beds for the kitties. That's just regular beds that have been inset, and then the posts are hidden, so you just see the bed itself. I'm not sure why there's a little I guess this is their little toy box kind of thing. It looks like little miniatures of everything. Kind of hard to see what's there though. This welcome mat is just the top of one of the orange tree tables. And then I guess this is the parents' room with a little baby crib for the infant. Or maybe that's their pet, I don't know. Exile versus Marauders tabletop. Okay, so that was a game. Gosh. It's really hard to see though. Guess that's the Exile side and this is the Marauder side. I can kind of see some barricades, but here I kind of lose what I can't see it very good. So it's a tabletop game. Oh, no problem. I know there's a bit of a delay. I think it's 30 seconds or longer. This cabinet here is just one of the regular cabinets. It's just inset, so you don't see that whole big bulkiness. Upstairs is the living room space. So you have the little reading area for the kitties, little toy collection here. Here's the rocking horse, one of my fave pieces here. Made out of Exile tubes and domes, and I think some hover park pieces as well. Tufts of wheatgrass for the mane and the tail, and then exile pillars for the legs. Much better looking than the one I did, sure. The couch is, it looks like one of the bars, topped with chua pillows, framed with staircase landings, and then got some pillows for the back. So that was for the Exile family with 2 boys and 1 baby girl, lots of toys. Yep, that was very, very clear, very evident. Again, same way with the Mordash homes, some of them are blocked off as if the doors are closed. It's just using some decking pieces for that. Let me look at my notes. Here is a little bar with some storage upstairs, I believe. The bar again is, it looks like one of those, it's an oversized card table, but it's framed with a decking piece to make it look like a bigger table. This is where they could like bartend, I guess. Oops. If I can get up there. Can't jump. Oh, there's storage up there, if you can see it. Again, I can't seem to stay. But it's up there, I promise. Yeah, Siskwe would have loved to add more detail to a lot of these buildings and areas, obviously. Probably even open up more of these rooms if allowed. But from what I understand, Siskwe ran out of item space. You know, when you hit the decor limit, that's it. Am I meant to go upstairs? No, that's up to the Mordash, isn't it? Yeah, that's up to the Mordash. Okay. Let's see what's where are we heading to next? The Sun Cave, I guess. Is that where you're taking me? I'm just gonna cheat and run across the river here. Do I go up or down? Yeah, Bones, I've been hearing a lot of builders hitting that barrier and having to rethink their plan. You know, it's one thing to have a plan and then to realize that you just can't see it through because there's just not enough room. I'm following you. Yeah, like I said, there's a lot. Now, did you want me to go to the cave first and then come back to the door? Or is this actually good? Oh, okay, that was just a peek. Another peek. Okay, so I guess we get to it from the door. Okay, so this is a good view of the river coming down. Bit of that crystal cavern and a lovely little library. Again, you see a lot of people use the bookcases in different ways, and this is one of them. Usually we see them framed in 2x4s, but this is a decking version, and it looks just as nice. It's basically just the standard bookcase that comes with full of books, but they've covered up everything except the shelves with the books on them. It just makes it look so much different than just having the standard books, because the bookshelf itself has those little knobby things and the curved top, and this is one way to dress it up differently. Now I do love the little chessboard here. Get a good look here. The pawns are carrots. Yay, I'm a pawn. Hoogles for the pawns over here, and then various other statues and such for kings and queens and knights and such. Like plushies versus rocks. The board itself, I believe, is a couple of Oran walls and then topped with smaller Oran walls, floors to make the squares. Okay, where'd she go? There she is. Ah, so this is the sunroom, I think. Again, this is meant to be something to stave off the depression for those that are having to live, being forced to live underground for a long period of time. They're going to miss the sunshine and such. Even though there is some areas that are open to the sky and everything, I think the idea is most people, especially the younger ones, are kept from there because it's a weak point. And so this is where they can come and feel a little bit of brightness and things to kind of help them cope with being underground. So there's a lot of exonite features here. The little meditation pond here has a couple of fish. Their names are Ferdinand and Fridolin, I believe is how they are pronounced. You'll see them swimming around in here. Again, it's a lot of exonite. There's swirly stones. There's the purple rock arches. All to help kind of, it's a cave-like structure, but it's bright enough where it doesn't feel as claustrophobic, I guess. Let's see, where are the changing rooms? I know they're around here somewhere. Here's the sauna part, the little spa. Again, great way of building around a fab kit without making it feel out of place. I'm so glad Siskwe's here. Here's the changing rooms. I knew they were here somewhere. Again, just some benches, dividers to kind of block it off a bit. Let's see, I think this is this the main room? Or is this the caretaker's residence? Oh. I think this is the caretaker's place. back here. He's the one that repairs everything, I guess. And let's see. I think this is this the heart? Let me see. Yeah, this is like the heart of the foundation. It's the most center point of the whole area. And so this is the safest place, and this is where you'll find most of the children part. So this is the sanitary room, there's a med bay, there's a cryo room, and then there's some other things. So this is, I guess, the med bay area where they come after they've been taken care of. This is where they recover and that kind of thing. The cryo room is for in the event that they're under a really long siege and there's some critical patients that maybe can't get the care they need here. They will freeze them so that they can hopefully get them to better facilities later at a time when the siege ends. That's the way I understood it anyway. Over here is the bathroom, the sanitary. This is the restroom area. You have the shower stalls. Those are just the body scanners, and then they have bowls, different styles for the shower heads. The sink area is just some metal crates with the sink, bathroom sinks popped on, trimmed with metal edge 2x4s. Then as you enter into the more private areas of this location, you come upon the more comfortable living quarters. Let's see. Got, I think this is the Mordish area where they've got those beds again. They even have the little laboratory for some Vitalis back here. This is again, if there was a major attack on the Foundation, this is where they would come for specifically protecting the children, I think the idea. So any of the Mordish young'un, they would come here. This is the playroom, sort of. The benches, they're 2x4 metal edge blocks, staircase landings, and mostly 2 pillows for all of that. But look how nice it is. It works really good with the curved walls. You have, they're playing a game of, I don't know, Battleship or something here. Then you've got a pool, which is basically an exile table topped with exile walls, trimmed with exile pillars. Not sure what they're using for the pockets. Either the hats or bottoms of a canister or something. Tall files for the balls. Drake and spears for the sticks. And I'm not sure what's being used for the cue ball. What is that? Wow, is it really? You started this in 2014? Wow, that's a long time. the little cabinet here. It's a lot of parts. I see a pill bench. There's everything's like interactable here. There's whoops, I just popped right out of there, didn't I? Now let me go back through. Let me go back through. It's 2x4s. Gosh, I'm afraid to click anything. I'm gonna activate something I don't mean to. Oh, is that the white fence post? Okay, I should have known that. Cleverly hidden inside there somewhere. Yeah, I could see a little bit of it sticking out there. White fence post for the cue ball. And of course, 2x4s for this triangle frame. Was this your first one? Well, that explains so much. But it's so nicely done, even with its age. And it's good to see, you know, how far you've come as well. This is 2x4s, and then smaller ones used for the little slats for the wine rack on either side. This here looks like the bottom of the empty trophy cabinet, but I could be wrong on that. It's hard to tell. 2x4s, metal crates. Again, here's those bookcases, and then this time they're actually using the 2x4s as the. See how it just changes it. It looks different than the other one, even though it's basically the same item for most of it. The bookcases. A little bit of a reading nook up top via the ladder. The fireplace, don't want to forget that. It's mostly obsidian stone with a little bit of Draken pillar trimming, Draken floor for the bottom of it, using the rusty fence as the grating, and then of course the thorny log piles there. Okay, I guess I'll go upstairs real quick over here. This is the bedroom for the kitties. It's almost like the seven dwarfs here. There's 7 beds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, okay, only 6. 8 if you count the ones on the floor. They have their own little aquarium again. This one is using the Ichthian tank as opposed to the clunky fire extinguisher that a lot of people use. The only problem with this one is it can go really opaque looking. That brightness that it has innately can change depending on the lighting of the house. So think about that. One of the things you want to do is whatever lighting you're thinking about using for your house. Often, even if you don't plan on building with that on, you know, like if you want to leave the lights on and then turn it dark later so that, you know, you can see what you're doing as you're building it, always check it with the lighting that you plan to leave it on at the end, because it can often change the look of things. This one, the lighting in here seems to work really well with it. You can see through it. But I know in a build that I did for Guildmate, they wanted these tanks, and the lighting that they had, it was almost solid, like green water. You couldn't hardly see anything in it, and you lost a lot of details. So keep that in mind when you use those particular bits. But the base of it is an upside down feeding trough, and then a little bit of a metal crate to, I guess, use for maintenance on it or something, clean the water or whatever. Here's a little checkerboard using the same idea as the chessboard with the squares. but then using different Orin windows checkers. Oh, is it the top of the door? That's probably why I was able to click it and I hopped out accidentally. Let's see. It's just a little cozy nook filled with pillows. Lots of obsidian stones. Did I get everything? Gosh, I feel like I'm missing something. Did I see everything on the inside? I hope so. And then I think we've got the crafting station area to go to. Yeah, this is the crafting and harvest area. Again, it's a lot of the fab kits, like the survivalist one, the crafting station here, that kind of thing. And then the cemetery, of course, as not everybody survives a siege, so there's always going to be some place that they need to lay to rest those that perish, either in defense of or whatever. Hey, Ara, glad you could join us. We still need the Pirate Cove, though, that we missed earlier. You taking us there? Our handy dandy guide. Yeah, we appreciate you guys filling in the gaps. A lot of times when people ask where does certain decor come from, if it's something I don't normally use, like fab kits and stuff, it's like, I don't know. I have to hunt it up myself via Google or something. Yeah, unfortunately, we're winding down to the end. Kind of running a little longer today than we normally do, so have a lot of folks. But if you have missed it, if you're just coming in on the end, be sure and check out uh, the YouTube upload. We'll be doing that. I upload everything that we stream, so you can find it on my channel there. It'd be something you can do when the servers go down for a few hours. We've got that maintenance incoming this afternoon. So during those 5 hours, you can entertain yourself by looking at some of our older videos. Okay, I have no idea where Obsi is taking us, but we're going. Oops. I'm gonna get so lost if I don't stay up. This is the Orin area that we passed earlier. That was like at the beginning. Ah, yes. Oh, goodness. This is gonna be where I fall. Ah, I survived. If I remember right, when you tried to show me this the last time, I fell. So this is, what is this? This is the hidden area for crops, I think. I think this is where they, raise their own weeds and stuff. They're special crop. I like the tanks. It's the Protostar panels with the curved walls on top of portable planters. Look at the wind affecting those things. They're coming out of the glass. It's so strong. I don't know if I'd want to find something as a favorite pillow, private pillow. No, I'm kind of relying on Siskwe to guide us through because there's so much in here. Now this is supposed to, is this the pirate area that's no longer in use? Yeah, it is. It's one of the more, I don't want to say complicated, it's just very, and I don't want to say convoluted either. It's just complex. And that's some of the more fun plots. Again, it's one of those that you could visit multiple times and probably discover new things every time you visit. Am I able to jump over there? Or am I supposed to jump over there? I don't want to jump and then go falling down. Oh, it's hidden because it's not so much like, well, see, that's what I said. They're growing their own special blend. Mad. Well, yeah. A crazy maze. I'm waiting to see if you jump. I don't want to jump. I see treasures and stuff. Oh, I can try. No, I'm too chicken. I've fallen enough today. Okay, let's go down the stairs then. Lead on. I'll follow your lead. Because I'm bound to get us lost again. Haha, I made it. So does that mean the treasure's mine? I get to keep it? That's my reward. My reward? The treasures. Okay, so going down. Oh boy. Kind of glad we took a little bit of a step first because that might have hurt really bad. So one last place. You got all these like little hidden areas. Crazy. Oh, I don't remember this. Is this new? This is this the Fight Club? You've changed this. It used to be just a cage, I think. Like a bird cage. It used to be one of those emergency, no, early warning system cages. You've changed it up. It looks a lot freakier in here. This is a lot of the new Arctera decor. A lot of their posts and all that swirling goo. Of course, the wolf heads. The grading, that's a favorite thing. A lot of people's been using that one. From the Soulfrost vendor in Arctera. I guess this is where the winner comes when he beats everybody at their battle. They're really pretty caves, a lot of crystal stuff. Is that where you sit? Gosh, I can't stand on that. Oh, it's like no collision. That's why. Silly me. So did we catch everything? Is there anything else you want to show? Now's your chance because we may not be back for a long, long while. We'll have to do an OPSI series once you get all 5 plots finished, and we'll just do them all in one big long tour. Wouldn't that be crazy? We have to do it on bite size. We can only take you so much. Well, I think, unless Siskwe says there's something else that they would like to show. All right, I think we will call it good for today then. I hope you guys had fun. It's always a pleasure to tour the homes of other builders, to give them a bit of spotlight for all of the hard work and time and effort that they put into their builds. It seems only right that um, their efforts are rewarded by some exposure um, to the general public. Um, would it take a whole weekend? It might. It might actually take several sessions. Um, but yeah, again, we do these house tours every Wednesday. It usually starts around 8 a.m. CEST time. Sometimes it's a little later. I think it was a little later today, but we usually try and get it started around 8:30. So if you enjoyed today's show and you would like to see more, be sure and join us next Wednesday and every Wednesday thereafter. What we do is we basically trade factions each week. This week was Exiles, so next week will be Dominion's turn. Currently, I only stream Jabbit-EU homes. There have been some requests for NA tours as well, but that's not in the works yet. But there are some other streamers that are doing that. There's a Uniku and crew that does housing streams. They used to be every Monday, but something about the scheduling has been kind of off, so they're just kind of going random days. So you'd have to kind of follow their Twitter feed um, and follow them on Twitch to be able to, keep track of when they actually do their house tours. I haven't seen one lately. I think they've done about 3 or 4 now. There's also a few others that they don't actually stream the tours, but they do make some videos. You can find all of those links in the on my Twitch channel page in the resources section, among many other things. But yeah, very much a big thank you to all of the builders, especially those that we toured their homes of today, for building these things and opening them up to the public so that we can enjoy the fruits of their labors. Because it's always a pleasure to check out these places. Even if you're not a role player, you don't plan on coming here every weekend or something, like if it's a bar or some such, it's still a good opportunity to see different ideas, different approaches to how someone would put together a cave system or a building, or how they even approach something as simple as a kitchen area or a bathroom. Just seeing the different materials they use, how they approach it, the order that they put it in. Is it always the bathroom, the first room that you come up on, or is it the living room, or do they have what kind of decorations do they put up, that kind of thing. And especially for builds like this, a full on plot, it's amazing how much detail they're able to put in, even if There's actually more they would like to add and just can't because they've hit the decor limit. It's still amazing all the stuff you were able to cram in here anyway. Um, so yeah, I hope you had fun. And of course, we'll be back tomorrow for just some regular goofing around. We'll probably be back on the CBDC project that I'm working on, the outdoor theater that's featuring Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. CBDC this month's theme is fairy tales. So if you think you might be interested in getting in on that, be sure and drop by, have a chat with us, and let us know what you're thinking about getting together. Um, in the meantime, remember we do have maintenance incoming. It's supposed to land 4 a.m. PDT, 1 p.m. CEST time. It's supposed to last about 5.5 hours thereabouts. So be prepared. Again, be welcome to visit my YouTube channel and check out some of our older videos if you're just now getting into this and want to see some of the other stuff that we've toured and done. In the meantime, hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.